All right, first and foremost, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world calls Christ, Yahweh Shai. It's your brother, Chief Priest, Allah's Auburn Lawyer, a.k.a. the Gorilla Hebrew, man. And Blakey, my nigga, hated had to be him. As y'all see the headline, Blake Griffin reportedly ordered to pay $258,000 a month in child support. This hurts. This hurts to read. For those of y'all not familiar with me, Blake Griffin is my personal favorite basketball player of all time. He was drafted as a top draft pick to my favorite franchise, who I later abandoned when they traded him earlier this year and went over to Detroit with Blake. But you know, this is my dude, man. This is my dude. This is my man, 100 grand. He's the damn same mix. He's Haitian and Irish, same as me. I gotta love him. How can I hate him? Not to mention his immense talents, Rookie of the Year, slam dunk, all the accolades that he's met throughout his career. But this is crazy. Ordered to pay $258,000 a month for child support. This is crazy. So let's get into this article, right? And mind you, this is the highest amount of child support I've ever seen anyone. I've been researching celebrity child support. I haven't even seen no celebrity child support that exceeded 100 grand. This is the highest I've seen. So let's go here. All right. According to Radar Online, Detroit Pistons forward Blake Griffin has been ordered to pay $258,000 a month in child support, the result of a paternity case in Los Angeles Superior Court. The celebrity gossip blog, which claimed to have obtained court documents, reports that Blake Griffin, who played the first 7.5 years with the Los Angeles Clippers, and his ex-fiancee, former USC basketball player BRYNN Cameron, broke up a year ago. The couple have 2 children, Ford and Finn, right? Now it says the court documents, according to Radar Online, say that Cameron claims that Griffin kicked her and the children out of his house last year. Since then, Griffin and Cameron, who said Griffin called off their engagement right after beginning to date socialite Kendall Jenner, were engaged in paternity and civil cases. Here's the thing. This is what she's claiming. Brynn Cameron, who, for the record, is the devil. You brothers, especially you brothers who are in these positions of power, getting millions of dollars for your talents, even though you're still being exploited on a high-level slave system here, which is the NBA or any sports league or entertainment, etc. Y'all gotta stop giving your love to these white women, man. You have to. Did Tiger Woods not serve as a great enough example? Now look, now she's talking about you kicked your kids out along with her because you started dating Kendall Jenner, a woman you shouldn't have been dating in the first place either. Those women are a cancer to a black man. Except Travis Scott, he's managed to beat the odds. But now, I'm familiar with the situation prior to the order of this over $250,000 child support. And the thing about this situation is this. What happened was he called off their engagement after she refused to sign a prenup. That's what happened. She called the engagement off after he offered her a prenup because I believe he began to wise up to her being money hungry, which he should have before he laid down with her, let alone reproduced with her. We have to learn to leave these white women alone. Blake, especially a brother like yourself. Brother like you, brother like myself, our fathers have already made that mistake. Let's not repeat their mistake. Especially as ginger you are, brother, you should have went your ass to Africa to reproduce. For real though. He's got that baby looking all crazy, man. You know, he's still one of us. He's still an Israelite. He's still of the seed of his father. But good Lord, bro. For real, man. Should have thought about that. And on top of it, and then here's be my thing, like a guy like RG3, Blake Griffin, you take a look, they get with a white woman, that's bad enough. Then you take a look at the damn girl, it's like, what, nigga, you're a superstar. Getting some of the most money out of anybody in this country. You can have damn near any woman you want, and this is who you dealing with. That's why respect and kudos go to LeBron, man. A lot of respect and kudos go to LeBron for holding it down, for keeping that image up. At least he can. At least people could say what you want about LeBron. I'm personally a LeBron fan. I love LeBron. I don't like he's a Laker now, but you know it is what it is. But LeBron, man, he kept that system, man, and them kids, man, and that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful example. Examples that brothers like Blake should have been following. That's all I'm saying. And I love you, Blake, but let's move on. The court documents, according to Radar Online, say that Cameron, okay, I read that part. Griffin said, according to documents, that he is paying for a 5-bedroom home in Manhattan Beach in Southern California to Cameron, for Cameron and the children. I want to know what her and 2 kids need with 5 bedrooms. Now, granted, she does have a child from a previous relationship with Matt Leinart. You know, the white boy got in the league and flopped. How much child support is he paying? That's what I need to know as well. And why in the hell is there 5 bedrooms for 3 individuals? Can that be explained? The court declared Griffin's annual income totals to $35 million. The 6'9" power forward is scheduled to make $31.8 million next season from the Pistons, according to BasketballReference.com. A sum of $258,000 per month will come out to $3.96 million a year, or 3.096 rather, so almost 3.1 million a year. So literally, this woman has become a millionaire off of child support. See, but it's funny because the black woman would be characterized as being the welfare queen, the child support queen, etc. But you know who the true welfare and child support queens are? White women. Because that's who welfare and child support was even created for. That's who it was created to benefit. So when a black woman is a child support queen, even now, I done looked up lists. Y'all can do it. I'm not going to show them because I've done the research, because I was trying to see if there was anybody who I could find in the league that can rival this level of child support maybe, and you can't find it. All them dudes with black baby moms, you know what they're paying the child support? $5,000, $10,000. High paid guys, $20,000, $40,000. He's paying $258,000 because that judge went and looked out for that his fellow white person. He did that. Clearly, the couple have joint legal and physical custody of children. So it's not like she's just independently, totally taking care of her kids on her lonesome. Like a lot of women, a lot of black women who are receiving child support from pro athletes are. A lot of black women that are receiving child support for pro athletes are the sole, or I mean 90% caregiver or a custodial authoritarian figure over these children. They 50-50, and he still got to pay all this money. I would love to understand how that makes sense. How it makes sense to make this white girl a millionaire, a white girl who didn't go to the WNBA out of college. And even if she did, I mean, how much money would she really make? A lot of them girls got to play year round. Got to play WNBA, then go off to Europe and play because the WNBA salary isn't high enough. You see what I'm saying? This is ridiculous. They must mutually agree on school and related expenses, but Griffin must pay for extracurricular activities. He's paying for everything. He is financing this white woman's life. You mean to tell me that what they're gonna go 50-50 on something? How they gonna go 50-50 on something when the money in her bank account already came from him? That's crazy. That's like when your parents give you money and tell you to go buy them something. A gift for one of them retarded holidays. That make no sense. I paid for it. You gonna buy something with me, or talk about you gonna have with me with my own money that I gave you? It's ridiculous, man. It is ridiculous, right? And granted, the man is making $35 million, right? So he's paying a little under 10% of his annual salary. But these things add up, man. These things add up. I mean, it's the equivalent to if you made $1,000 a month and you was paying $100 in child support. It's the same equivalent. We have to understand it, because you have to think about where, you know, a brother who's making this amount of money, what his expenses are, all the people and things that he has to pay for. Everybody got their hand in your pockets when you're making this level of money, man. Everybody. Right? But let me just go into the Bible first. And here's the thing too. What triggered my mind outside of just Tiger when I hear about this is Kobe. Because remember, like I said, I started with Blakey, my nigga hated had to be him. Kobe, my nigga hated had to be him. She wouldn't want you shooting in the gym, right? So I'm like, oh yeah, well, what did Kobe have to pay? You know what? Kobe don't have to pay anything. You know why? They worked it out. That sister, who is a Latina sister, right? Because blacks, Latinos, and natives, we are the Israelites, according to the Bible, if you don't know, newsflash. Anyway, they worked it out. They was able to work that out. That white girl, she heard prenup, man, and she ran that. Oh, prenuptial agreement is how you scare a white woman away. What did Kanye say? Holly, we want prenup. We want prenup. Yeah, right? Prenups are how you scare a white woman away. You've known this since the 90s. They've depicted this in every television show and movie. A prenuptial agreement, a white woman looks at that as a slap in the face. Because her ultimate plan, nigga, is to run off with the bag. Period. But they say Kobe would have hypothetically, based upon his income, had to pay $1.36 million a month, $1 million in spousal support, and then about $360,000 in child support. That's what they said. But it never happened. So what do they do when they get Blake? They give him the OJ treatment. They get him in there, they slam him. Let's go to the Bible. Because that's what this all goes back to. Forgive my cough. Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. We can't escape these curses. If we are not abiding by the laws of the Most High God as the Hebrew Israelites, the descendants of the 12 tribes, which Blake Griffin is, a descendant of the tribe of Levi, guess what? It don't matter how much money you make. That curse is going to find you, and it's going to come upon you, and it's going to overtake you. There's nothing you can do. That's why you can see so many dudes get in the league or get entertainment contracts and become multimillionaires and then go broke. Not saying that that's emphatically going to happen to Blake, but why have we seen this occur so many times? Because we're cursed, man. We have curses upon us for rejecting the laws of our God, man. And the only way to reverse these curses is to come back to the laws of our God as blacks, as Hispanics, and as Native Indians. Skipping now to verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. There's no way to get away from them. They're upon us as a sign to prove that we are the Israelites. All the offspring of the man Jacob are going to have these signs on them. Don't matter if you're mixed, don't matter if you're light-skinned, if you're dark-skinned, what? You're going to have these on you because you are the people in which whom the Most High entered into a covenant with. Blake Griffin again being one of them, in specific of the tribe of Levi. The sign is on you now. You're the one paying the outlandish amount of child support. You're the one that made a white woman a millionaire overnight. Everybody else ain't doing this. I haven't seen any other. Now, I could be wrong. And I'm sure there's probably somebody paying a higher child support somewhere. I don't know who, though, because I couldn't find it. Right? Let's go here. Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us. And then you come and you get scattered. You think the Los Angeles Clipper organization is going to be loyal to you. Steve Ballmer comes in and saves it from this fervent racist Donald Sterling, right? And then guess what happens? That devil sells you the dream that you'll be a Clipper for life. You got this $12 million Pacific Palisade home. And then what did he do? Ship your ass to Detroit. You scattered in being scattered, man. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse. That's a curse. Listen, $3 million a year in child support, nigga, that's a curse. And to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers. Subject to what? Payments. What payment? Child support payments. And payments for the sins of our foreparents, man. And breaking the laws of God. which departed from the Lord our God. You see that? But here's the key. This is the key verse here. Proverbs 5, and I'm going to start at 8. Remove thy way far from her. Who is the her? The strange woman. The women of the other nations. These white women, these Asian women, these Hamitic women, these Arabian women, these East Indian women, these Polynesian women. Any woman that is not black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, get away from her, man. And come not nigh the door of her house. Stay the hell away from her. Lest thou give thine honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel. So your honor is that cash, and your years are the the cash that you've earned from the years of time that you've put into playing basketball. It says, "Let strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger." Now a stranger is filled with your wealth, your hard-earned money that you go out there and you play for in the NBA, that you bust your ass for, have gotten injuries, have to face ridicule for. This white woman is now enjoying, and your kids are not going to be getting the bulk of that. And then the white man's child, Matt Leiner's child, is going to be reaping the benefits of your $250,000 a year. You see what I'm saying? She probably going to go get with a white man now, another white man again. That's what happens. Ask Tiger. And it'll just happen to Tiger. My own pops had to do it. I'm speaking from experience here, man. My own pops, after him and my mom split, right? I'm gonna tell you how cold it is, because even my mama, she lost in child, so she got to pay. She's still paying my father child support. But as for the woman he got with after my mother, my stepmother, she robbed my father so blind. Easily, he has saved up a nice sum of money for years to send my sister to college. And he went to check his bank account when it came time for my sister to go to college. He checked the savings account that the money was in. It was empty. Who emptied it? That white woman. And I'm gonna tell you how bad it is. She emptied his savings account. She stopped paying his life insurance. So he don't even have life insurance right now. And then the life insurance that my grandmother got me from when I was a child, the Gerber life insurance, she took out the cash value of my life insurance. I just found that out a couple weeks ago from my grandmother. She took out the cash value of my life. That's how evil the white woman is. I want you to show me a black woman that did that level of evil. Not saying that black women are not, some black women have not done evil to black men, have not put niggas on child support, and robbed niggas, and made niggas' lives live in hell. We know they have. I'm not saying that. But what does it say? It says, "Lest thou give thy honor to others, and thy years unto the cruel, and thy riches and thy labors be in the house of a stranger." At least if a sister did it, at least your own sister is benefiting from it. At least you could, at least that's happened. That money is still black money. You see, you've managed to defeat odds and rise to heights and earn a certain amount of money, and you know, as a black man, and then the white man still get the money. You see how crazy that is? At least it could have been, at least you could have got one of these. I mean, you in LA, man. I know sisters walking around LA going to El Camino College, man. You feel me? That look better than that white girl and wouldn't even have took as much money as that damn white girl. I would have been happy. Wouldn't have had a problem signing a prenup with you. You know how many girls you see on Instagram, man? Sisters, fine ass women all over there. So you could have picked any one of them. You picked this hideous, ugly white woman who's now became a millionaire off of your simple high yellow behind, Blake. Come on, bro. You're smarter than that. Let's do better next time. And again, brother light-skinned mix, man, you got to make up for the mistake of your daddy, man, and get with you a sister, man. All right, preferably a dark-skinned sister, because you kids need some color, man. Got that baby out there looking crazy, right? But continuing on. Lest strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger. And thou mourn at the last, when thy flesh and thy body are consumed. Because we don't know what's going to happen. You know, we hope the brother keeps his head above water. He has a successful rest of his career. I know his money is guaranteed, but you don't know what ever could happen, man. The Lord has brought ruin to people. We don't want this to be, and then you still got a fucking $250,000 child support payment. Your ass out the league on dope somewhere, on some Lamar Odom stuff, which is the last thing I want to happen, brother. But damn, it could happen. And say, how have I hated instruction and my heart despised reproof? It's always been out there to stay away from the white girls, man. I remember when I was young, bro, before I knew I was a Hebrew Israelite or any of this stuff. I remember Chris Rock used to have that joke, messing with them white girls. Anything go wrong in your life, man, hey, man, he messed with them white girls, man. I remember that, and that always stuck with me. And then I remember when I was in high school, man, one time, I don't even mess with it, that's not even my thing. Got with this white girl one time, and she was the catalyst to me falling out with one of my closest friends. You know, and eventually, you know, by the grace of the Most High, we mended that relationship. It didn't go on too long, but there was probably a couple months where we was really beefing. And it was all over this white girl, and part of the reason why I was so angry at the brother was because I felt like he allowed this white woman to kind of get in between us, and it was so childish to me that he and I are beefing behind any girl, let alone this white woman who neither of us mess with on any serious level. But, you know, but actually, my fault, there was 2 times in high school, my fault. The time before that, I was with the same individual, the same brother, but we went to go mess with these white girls, invited us to this party, rich white neighborhood, right? So we left, got out the house, and my crib got broken into. I got my damn a PS3 stolen, my MacBook was stolen. And I was just like, damn. So these 2 times, the only 2 times that I really messed with white girls, extremely negative outcomes came out of the situation. So in each and every time, I thought about what Chris Rock was messing with the white girls. and that was enough for me, in addition to so much, even without this knowledge was my understanding, to stay away from them. Let alone with this knowledge was my understanding to the spirit of power, Yahweh Shemi Awashai. Oh God. What does it say? Remove thy way far from her. That's where my way is. I'm so far from a white woman, man. I don't even want to tell her hello. I don't want to give her the wrong idea. But anyway, moving on. And say, how have I hated instruction? You're instructed to stay away from them, man. And my heart despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, like a Chris Rock telling you that, nor incline my ear to them that instructed me. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. And that's who you are now, because now you're being, damn, this thing got to pay $250,000. In the midst of the congregation and assembly, everybody's seeing it. You know? But let this be as a lesson, black men, Hispanic men, Native Indian men, stay away from white women. Because at least if your own woman gets this money, at least this money don't leave your people. At least it stays in house. At least your hard-earned money stays in house. Right? But with that, actually before I close, because look, the whole thing is that your kids are going to get your money anyway, because you're going to spend it on them. But it's about the amount of money that's allotted that she's going to be able to do her will with. Maybe even start a business and become even richer as a white woman who comes from a rich and good family already. You see what I'm saying? But with that, again, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and say shalom.